Before we take the actual journey of the day, I have a little secret I wish to impart to all. A simple, earth-oriented, absolutely free meditation by which you can regain your sanity, your health, your vim and your vigor. It's all about putting your fingers into the earth. And you can do it on any piece of ground, grass, dirt, or rock, even cement. All you gotta do is think about your little finger touching in all the way down to the actual ground. And when you get there, you will connect your light body, the earth's light body, the sky's light body, and add your next finger down till you touch the ground. And let those two fingers enjoy the energy together. Consciously your mind is watching till you feel connected. Add the third finger, fourth finger, thumb in. So that's my secret for the day, and now we will go to our actual journey, which is a local festival in Fort Collins, Colorado, called the New West Fest. And this is a festival that usually, or often, I have taken part in and had a booth around me and worked with others doing sessions of energy aura renditioning. But this time, instead of being an open field of awareness, giving everything I've got to the one with me, I decided to receive, because that's my job right now. It's to regain my health, my happiness, my wholeness. So, we're going to visit a darling, wonderful booth on Main Street, sort of, Colorado. Actually, it's on Remington Street. And we're going to visit the Mountain Mystics. These are friends of mine who have been doing work in expos and fairs and festivals all up and down the Front Range of Colorado for years and years, plying their trade, vision. We're here on the street. Yesterday was almost 100 degrees.
We know
The
that.
Mountain Mystics here are ready to do it again. So they are setting up their backdrop and about to sit down and merge with me.
What I do in every reading is I have everybody sign in. So you sign in.
Da 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 da.
Go ahead and sign. Okay, you signed in.
Thank you.
So what I do with the handwriting is, before I even do a reading, I feel the handwriting to find out about the person.
okay.
So I do it like that. So you
Oh, I see. So I should do it. I
you have
understand
to
now.
sign your name
Okay,
and
I
address.
got it.
You don't need
I
to
have to smooth my hand out, like kiss my palm, stretch out my fingers.
Okay.
All right.
And go.
Go. Okay. This is my name, Carol.
Now the last name, and that'll be in
S. I don't like that S. A different S. S. Okay.
Okay.
Skylark.
Which is a pretty name.
Okay.
Okay, so here's what I do in every reading. So first I ask the person how long they want to do it, and I tape it.
Okay.
Then I feel the handwriting, and I can get your energy. So you have makeup on, you look all pretty today. And I see you all different days, different time. But every time we work at a fair, you always look cute, and I always tell you, right? So I'm coming over here, and it says that your creative juices are flowing more now than they ever did before. Is that true?
Yeah.
You're coming into something different. You were here really creative, and now you're really creative, and that's a good thing. Then it says you have some issues, and I know that, and so what we do is everybody has them, and you work them out. You do whatever it is you do to help yourself get over the hump, okay? That's the handwriting.
Okay.
Now, the next thing I do is I ask everybody, and I do the same protocol, 3 things on everybody. Fold your hands up for me. Put your thumb somewhere. So your left thumb came up, that is creative, and you're not left-handed, are you?
No.
But you were born left-handed. Got switched as a baby, and now you're right-handed. And that's what that means. So when a person is right-handed today, same as me, and we came in as left-handed babies, 2 different things happen, and I don't have my crystals.
Well,
in,
one
but when
side's
I do-
little.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So let me show you mine. I can't keep a model of the brain here. It would make me sick. But the brain has a left side, a right side, and a seam.
Yeah.
So both of us are right-handed. So the left side over here is logical and practical. Our feet are on the ground. We're not an airhead. This one is a normal person, not us. Drama, creativity, imagination, dreaming over here, but here's us. So we have double the amount, maybe triple the size. We have 2 the same size because we came in as a left-handed baby.
Okay.
And we didn't clip off and say, I think I'll quit developing. So it develops on both sides.
Yeah.
And so we're creative, plus we're business-minded. So we're common sense and not an airhead or flaky, but we're also can think ahead or project out into the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the second protocol. Third one is take your left hand, get rid of it. Take your right hand, shake it out really good. Slap the table. Don't move. Now, here's why I do that. This is my literature, and in here is a hand. And on there is spacing between every finger, and there's your issue. So
how come?
if you had done this, that would mean everything was fine and dandy, and nobody does that.
Okay.
Okay, so I have this thing called an emery board. You know what an emery board is. And it has to be able to go in. We can get 3 in there. There's your creativity. And get 1 in there. Good. And it sucks. From here up, it's not good because it says you're fighting something yourself.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it could go in, but it's
No, but
tight.
this one is fatter than this one. This one's
It was
skinnier.
when it first landed. This
was skinnier?
It was like squeezed. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's okay. I read the fingers.
Okay.
Then I tell people
So
what
what
the
it-
spacing means.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the main thing. See, here is skinny on every one. You have big, skinny. Okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter as long as you don't do that, because that's a nerd.
Okay.
Okay. This is ego. You
Okay.
didn't do that either.
Okay.
This is a schizophrenic, the split personality.
Oh, well, that's good.
You didn't do that. And I do this, and you would too normally, and that's a type A.
I've mostly been a type B, but lately,
You're type A now.
yeah, I
Okay.
changed.
So, here's what happens. First finger's called index, right? Starts with what letter? How do you spell index?
I.
Means me, I.
Okay.
So this little thing has to stand up on I. So we do like that. And if it doesn't go like this, you're a good person. And if it goes like that to somebody, I go, well, look at this weather. I don't say, uh-oh, liar, cheat, sneak, thief, or something, but that's what it means. But if it goes over there and I have to pick it up in 2 different fairs, a celebration in the Springs, I picked it up. Both those men killed somebody. And their blood pressure kicked because they were afraid I'd find something else.
Oh, my goodness.
They showed me their ankle bracelet. See? So I'm not reading your hand yet. I'm reading your fingers. So the baby finger.
Well, ankle bracelet. What does that mean? They
When
still.
you get out of jail, you're still under probation.
Oh, so
and
you
they
have
to wear
a
thing.
bracelet? Oh, okay.
Okay, so the baby finger here is communication, verbal, creativity, nonverbal, eye contact, body English, and you're good on all those. Now, this one here is called middle finger, and that means mainstream, and you've always been in the mainstream. You never sit home on the couch and let the world pass you by, but some people do, and they don't ever get out and try anything new. And this one is called ring finger. It means dreaming. So these 2 here are your creative ones that I said was good. Plus you're able to communicate, show the universe who you are, put it out there. And so you're not negative. And so what this says is you're putting out all this good energy, and then you get more creative every day and think of new things, just like you thought of this.
Right.
Okay, now the thumb is the most important.
What's the thing that was bad, or that was
Means
a little?
you have an issue.
What is that?
I don't know. Everybody
Okay.
has issues.
Okay, but it's
So
between this finger and this
It
finger. You
could be
say?
your car's bothering you because it's not running so
Oh,
good. And you
okay.
don't want to go get it fixed. You need a haircut and you don't know who to go to, or you don't know if you should cut your hair or not.
Okay,
It
okay.
could be stupid things.
Yeah.
Okay. The thumb here, I take this thing, and if we can make a tight V right there, which you have a tight V if we do it. You see the spacing? That says,
This is the V here?
you see the hole in
Oh,
here
the hole,
is a V.
okay.
The hole here
Yeah.
is a V.
Okay.
Okay, if you can get a V, that means that you participate, you volunteer, you try new things. You're not afraid to say what your preferences are. It's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to read it.
Okay.
So
good.
you have to shake it out a little, and now lay it down. And I'll
Open?
You're going to lay, just go like this,
Okay.
right on the lineup of stuff. So here's all the stuff I talk about. Then you get to pick what you want. I tell people, what do you want to talk about? So if you're done with reproduction, you aren't going to talk about babies. If you don't want to know
How about work line?
Okay, that's what's on your mind right now. So this is my little hand. It has to sit like that. It has two thumbs, just like the one I'm wearing. And that's to keep evil away, keep bad people away. Okay, so I'm looking at your hand, and I always use a magnifier just for the
Yeah.
minute that I'm a quick study and I can get it. So I'm looking at your work line. So this is what I call the work line up here.
Oh.
This would be, everybody has a crease. We don't get to count the crease. The crease is from your thumb being connected to the hand. But from the crease over to here is age 10 to 50. So we're sort of past that a little bit. So we're on that, aren't you? Little
This is
tiny
TV, Myrna.
just a teeny bit past. Okay. Well, being that you're 41 years old, I'll look at 41. Okay. So it just says you've always done a lot of different things because you can't just sit. You're not a patient person who never does anything. So when you don't have a project or something in your mind, you come up with a new one, or you inch around and look around and see what you can find.
Yeah.
So everybody has work lines, and sometimes it means you babysat when you were young, or you had part-time jobs, or you had a corporate job, and then after 30 years you quit that and became very creative and doing your own thing. But you got plenty of lines there, you see 'em?
Yeah.
And those look like mine. So over here it says you work to your last breath because that's who you are. And so sometimes work is just thinking out the book you're going to write. So I wrote 3 books. That's work. So work has to do with mental planning. It has to do with actually doing. It has to do with getting involved with other people. It's a lot of things. So it says in your work stuff, you've always been a people person interacting with people. So I know that you're creative and you do artwork and you do singing and you have a band and you do a lot of different things. There's more. You haven't even, you're just starting. There's more things you're going to do over here. So what it says is, did you write any books yet?
Started
There's a
one.
book here, and it has to come out in 2011.
Ooh.
Then you're going to go on tour with it. You hold your book up and talk about it, and so you'll be on national TV. You'll be in a lot of different places. And then after that book comes out, you become so popular you can't stand your phone. It'll ring off the hook. Then you might write another one because there's 2 here. So you can't become a millionaire from writing a book.
Okay.
So work here says people start out little part-time things, bigger things, go up the ladder here. See, it's a little ladder. So what yours says over here is first book, you become wildly popular, and then you have to come out with a second one. Now it's a sequel. So you stand out and hold 2 of them. So it doesn't mean you'll be doing fairs. It means you'll be doing tattered cover or traveling and doing it all over. And so then you could do readings after you do your books. You show the book and people are interested. You sit them down and you give them a quick mini reading or something.
So you mean at these events that are the book signing, I do some portraits and we film it probably for the TV shows also.
Right.
Yeah.
But what that means is you're giving them a taste of who you are.
Yeah.
And it validates what you wrote. So I asked you, what is the book about? So what do you-
Well, the book is it's a little bit of a biography, history of my,
your journey.
my journey, the art that is so powerful, and all the different crazy, experiences
done.
I've had and psychic encounters and everything. It's like
Okay.
that.
So that's why it'll be unique. There's nobody else out there
Yeah.
like that. You're
Yeah.
like one of a kind.
Yeah.
So that book will be one of a kind. So if you take that book and you're holding it up and then people clamor for more, You go in your brain, you think of more stuff, and you write the second
Yeah.
one. It'll be a continuation because you can't get it all jammed into one book.
Right,
It's
because
already-
if it's a continuation, we could start with today, tomorrow, and the next day, and have
No,
it like
but
a
we're
diary book.
No, but you're starting way back.
Oh yeah, the second
And
book.
then it's going.
The
well,
second
but
book could be
the
like
second
that.
one could be
Maybe.
clips of different things, or like little vignettes. And each chapter could be something different that you did.
You could include a DVD, so I'm talking about it, but they can put the DVD on and see the clip.
And watch at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now see what I said about
Yeah,
creative? So
yeah.
you're coming up with, and then you put the whole thing on your TV show and showcase it. See? Okay. So what it says is, I told you wouldn't be a millionaire from that, because
Uh-huh.
nobody is.
Yeah.
But it means you'll be hot for like, maybe 2-3 months. Really the hottest thing. Everybody will want that book, and they'll be talking about it. It'll be like Law of Attraction or something like that, really big. And then after that, the second book comes out because they're all screaming for it, but it takes a while to write one. It's singular. Nobody can do it with you. And then you got to find a publisher. It takes sometimes 2 years for a publisher to get a book out. Well, the first one you're doing yourself,
I see. Okay.
and then somebody buys it. So like Llewellyn goes, we got to have that, or Hay House. So now you wrote it, you self-published it, and they take it over. But you keep all your rights. See? So it says that all the stuff that you're doing, and there's more. So work is like going straight up. And you knew that anyway.
No, honest, Myrna, I've
You
been a
thought
little.
you were going Well, you're doing different things. Some things work, some things don't.
Yeah,
It happens to everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So over here it says until you're maybe 70-something, you're still writing and doing and doing.
Cool.
And then you slow down a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say you quit.
Yeah.
You just slow down.
Yeah.
So you have never slowed down. You're actually picking the momentum up. There's a lot of different things. Says
Yeah.
you're a teacher. But see, teacher's block. Says you are a teacher. You teach every day of your life something to somebody without even meaning to. It just comes out of you. It's a natural ability. Okay. And the giving lines. You
What's the
have-
Mystic Cross?
Let's see if you have it. Do you see the letter M in your hand? Look for the M. It goes up, down, up, down. That's called a mystic.
Oh, yeah, there's-
Okay, I
there's
have
one.
one. Here's mine.
Yeah.
See mine?
Where's yours? Let me
It's
see
kind
yours.
of cockeyed and sideways. It's
Show me.
not
Show
so-
me with your other hand.
It goes
There,
up,
there.
down, up, down. But
Oh,
if you
okay.
didn't see that piece and you don't
Oh.
see what's in the middle, and then
Oh,
yours, it goes up, down, up, down. So you can't see
Well,
this point.
actually, it goes up, down, then it goes all the way up here, and then
No,
down
no,
to this
I'm
one.
talking about
No.
this little M right here.
Okay.
That little.
Okay, this one, da 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 da. That
No.
one? No.
Da, 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 da. It's this little thing between here and here.
I don't see it.
You don't see it. Well, this is why I'm an expert on this,
Yeah.
and I'm professional.
So maybe I don't have one.
You have it.
Okay, show
And
me
this-
again.
Okay. If I had a pen, I
Yeah,
could write
show
on
me a
your
pen.
hand,
Yeah, you
but
can
I
write
won't
it.
write it. I'll just point it out.
Okay.
Okay, it goes up. It goes down. It goes up. Three things. You're a survivor. We know that. Number one. Number two, a lot of money. It's going to come into some, but you earn it. Nobody just gives it to you. It's not a lottery ticket. And number three, nobody better pull a trick on you or pull the wool over your eyes. They'll be sorry they ever met you because you pay back. And what month is your birthday?
January.
I knew it was January 5th. Okay. So that means that you're sharp enough to get it. So if you wrote a book and you had a contract and you didn't like it, you don't sign it. And you go, pardon me, this says you get my rights. I want my own rights. It's, oh, okay. Then they'll change it.
Yeah.
But if you do write a book and you have a contract, you need an attorney to look it over. Because I wrote 3 and I know. So let me talk about this
Okay.
real quick.
Okay.
So I wrote this book. Pull it out of there. Okay. The first book I
So
wrote.
here, hold on. Listen. So Myrna wrote 3 books, and here's one she wants to talk about.
Okay, it's called May I See Your Hand, and this is what I say to everybody, and I'm actually on the cover with a client.
Uh-huh.
And so when I teach classes, which I do, I make everybody buy my book, and I teach out of this book.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote this in 1997. It came out in 98. The publisher has since closed their offices, or I would have done all my books with her. But what happens is I wrote it in 1 hour. You can't write a book in an hour, but it was channeled. And
Yeah.
I didn't even know that word in those years.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just became professional in doing this full time in 98.
Uh-huh.
And this was 97.
Oh,
So
awesome.
how I wrote this was, it came in my head one night, and we had a house in Louisville. We now live in Longmont. And I went downstairs, And I had a nightgown on and a clipboard, and I started writing. And every time I filled the page, I threw it on the floor, and I'm writing, and I got burning hot. So I took the nightgown off, threw it on the floor, and it took me 1 hour. Then I went upstairs to bed, and I went right to sleep. The next morning, I went to work. I came home, and I go throw a load in the washing machine. The utility room's right next to my palm reading room, and I go, "We've been robbed." And I yell for my husband, "Come quick, somebody came in here, look at my room, it's all full of paper." He picks one up and goes, "This is your handwriting."
Right,
We discovered I
awesome.
wrote it. So then we played the game called Concentration. Do you remember that game? It's where you lay everything upside down and then you match them up and turn. So you'd say, "I have a thumb." I go, "I got a baby finger." No. "Oh, here's a thumb, thumb."
So you mean the end of one page and the beginning of another page to get them back together?
Back together.
Yeah.
It took 100 hours to put it
Oh
together.
my goodness! Well, you really got to reread it a lot then.
Well, but I'm going to show you in here real quick. Almost every page has a hand on it, and this is how I teach a class. There's a blank hand, and I teach these lines over here, and everybody who I'm teaching has to look at their own line, write it in. You want to wait for a minute? So what happens is they learn their lifeline, they draw it, they put their name up here and the date, and then it's their book, and they're in their own book.
Yeah, that's
so
cute.
if they get stuck, all they have to do is look in here. Almost every page has hands on it. See? This is a picture of my husband. As I went further into it, we got into more hands, and then fingerprints and fingers, and just all kinds of stuff. But I'm proud of this book, and it's $20, so it's valuable to me. Then after I wrote that in 2003, I decided I was the soulmate specialist, so I wrote the one on love and romance. And this one says everything you wanted to know about relationships, love, soulmates, all that. So the first 17 pages in here, and this is what I show everybody, jam-packed with information that nobody's mother even tells them. Like questions to ask, mistakes not to make this time, 15 qualities to look for in a mate, what do you need from each other, how do you use each other, all that stuff, and it's pretty good. The big one is how do you accidentally on purpose bump into the right energy, and right there it's 46 love stories. It starts with Irma Bombeth. And people read this, it's a little blueprint, they go out and they know how to find their soulmate.
Oh, that's cute.
So the best story is my publisher, and this is Infinity Publishing, called me up and he says, "I'm 57 years old, I've never been married." So right away I go, "Oh?" He goes, "I've had 8 and 10-year relationships, but I've never committed because I'm holding out for the right thing and I don't know what it is." So I said, "Well, did you read my book?" And he said, "Myrna, we have 900 authors here, and yours is the only book I read." He says, "Tomorrow I'm going out to look for my soulmate." I had to send him a wedding present. Okay, so I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so what else do you want to know here? So I started to tell you have giving lines, which means you're a giver.
Okay.
And so let me see your hand, and I'll show them to you. All these lines going sideways, and if you look with this, you'll be able to see it without burning yourself.
Oh yeah,
See
very
those?
cool. Oh yeah, I
Those
see all of them.
that you're a giver.
Lots of
so
them.
people who give from the heart. They don't say, "What you gonna do for me if I do something?" You just do it. And so when you're a giver, you get gifts from God. So the gift says your family, your friends, your health, your looks, your work, whatever it is. And some people are connivers and users, and they don't have any stripes here. So I can't read a hand and say, "So I see you're a user or a conniver."
Well,
So I
you
say,
could do that.
I don't.
You
I
don't.
just say to them, "So you're not selfish, but you actually don't give much." And they go,
Right.
"That's right, I'm very conservative and I hold it all in." Well, you don't want somebody who holds it all in. You want to be out front. See? So what this says is you've been a giver since you were 8 years old. And so that starts at 8. This is the 20s. Here's the 30s, the 40s. You've always been a giver. So there's people who don't know what giving is because it doesn't mean money. Doesn't mean charity. It means from the heart, giving. And so it's called giving line. So what else? You asked me about the Mystic Cross. You have ESP, or you couldn't do the pictures that you do.
How about grounded?
That's the one you're not.
That's why I asked.
Okay, there's something more off-centered. Mid-centered. You aren't centered with the earth. You're not up in the ethers floating around. But sometimes you get so many ideas at one time that you're going here, then you're going here, then you get pulled, and it means scattered.
Yeah.
And so you need to focus on one thing. Here comes another one. You need to focus on one thing and get that project done and completed, and then the next thing. and instead you're half on this, working on that, thinking about this one. You can't help it. That's who you are. You've always been that way. So even in school, you'd be working on something here, but thinking about something over here. See? Some people are singular thinkers. They only can do one thing at a time.
Well, maybe I should focus on writing a book and not everything else.
No,
or I
you
can't do
live
that.
on that.
No.
But you can do that in some of your spare time when you're even driving the car and tape record into a little hand mic thing.
Yeah.
And so you got that chapter. And then maybe right before you go to sleep, you're not sleepy, so you tape record another chapter. Then 6 weeks later, you have 5 chapters already done.
Yeah.
I'm not saying sit down and write for 6 months straight. You don't have to. But
So-
do it in bits and pieces, and then put your bits and pieces together.
Okay. Okay.
See?
So, in terms of focus, centered, and grounded, I'm sort of doing the best I can.
No, you're not.
Oh.
It says you need to focus on one project, get that completed, and then focus on the next one. And you're doing this project, thinking about that one, and thinking about, see, you have too
Yeah,
much.
but you say that's who I am, and then you say I
But
shouldn't.
you can change. I can't change you. You can only change yourself. I'm saying you're
Focus.
centered.
You're saying focus on a money-making project.
Wasn't that the object of this?
No, not necessarily.
You have to live.
I can barely focus on money. That's my
No,
biggest
but
problem.
you have to be able to live.
Yes,
You
yes,
have bills to pay,
yes,
groceries
right,
to buy, and
right.
insurances to pay, and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
okay.
So if you don't have income coming in
Yeah.
and you're writing a book, you're going to
Yeah.
go down the tubes.
Yeah.
So you have to write the book in between doing money-making things.
Okay.
Okay. So what it says here is you get a kick out of creative stuff that you do. You like it. It gives you the up. Everybody needs an up. So a teacher gets an up if she's in 2nd grade and she sees in a kid's face, they get it when she teaches them something, that's her up. Okay. A man gets an up if he's at work and something he dreamed up becomes a reality and they actually did the product that he dreamed up. And everybody gets an up. I
Right.
get an up if I help people.
Yeah.
That's why I do this so hard.
Yeah.
So I do sometimes a lot of hours a week. The last 2 weeks wasn't crowded because people were in back to school mode and different things. And so starting in September, the 3 of us here have 3 fairs or 4 fairs in that month, plus other stuff, plus classes, plus a lot of things going on. So September hits it. March and September are my 2 biggest. October's pretty big because Halloween's my biggest season. And so over here, if you want to look at anything else. So I'm saying you need to focus, you are centered, and you'd be grounded if you just focused. See? So you can't be focused and not grounded. So you're not grounded. So what that means is your creativity takes you up to you're in a different level than a lot of us. You know that, right? You're in the, you're just in a different plane.
Yeah, I just need to bring that plane all the way
Way
through my
down.
body and ground myself with
Right, well, if you went barefoot in the
Yeah, I do.
grass, that would
I lived
help.
out in the country
I
and,
know that.
you know,
I
all
saw
that.
your thing with the
In fact, when I went to
get
get my water just now, I took my shoes off so I could walk in the grass and hug a
see?
tree and get back
And
there.
that's what gets you grounded.
Yeah.
Touching the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. So over here it says lessons learned, and you learned a lot of them over the years, and so you're still learning. So does everybody. You learn. Don't do that ever again. That was stupid. But I might do this.
Okay, what am I learning now?
So what you learn now is to take care of yourself, be self-sufficient, be creative, but also think positively about the future. And so you learn those lessons really well now. But some of the lessons you didn't learn yet is about money. You just said, it's not about money with me. I don't care about money that much. But the lesson is you can't pay for your groceries if you go to the grocery store and you say, I have no money, but here's my basket of groceries. They're going to throw you out, right? You got to have. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, if you were married, and you used to be back then, everybody who works when they're married has a pot, and they throw the money in the pot, and you pay your bills together, and
Yeah.
whatever's left over is gravy. When you're by yourself, and I've been there 2 times, so I know. I was a widow at 40. I was divorced at 53. It sucks. It's terrible. But when you're by yourself, it's one little pot, and you put whatever little bits and pieces you can in there, and you got to make it out of that. See? So it's better to have a partner. But if you don't have one, then it's
Well, at
better
least a
to be-
partner that brings me some money.
Well, but you have to be diversified, is what we're talking about. So you
Yeah.
have to have different ways to bring incomes in,
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
streams of money coming
Yeah.
in. A little bit here, a little bit there,
Yeah.
fills that pot up.
Yeah.
See? So some of the things you do, you don't make any money, but you do it because it's for love of doing, right?
Right.
And some of the things you do are better than others. but that's the same with everybody. So I wrote 3 books, so let me show you the third one.
Okay.
It's not as good as the first 2.
Good.
This one has murderers, kidnappers, embezzlers, blackmailers, UFO people, one of everything.
Oh, I see.
And it's called The Diary because I scanned my brain and came up with all the weird stuff I've seen over the years, and I could write 10 of these because I get some
Yeah.
pretty funny stories.
Yeah.
But they're all true.
Neat.
So
Wonderful.
this one only sells a little bit. The Soulmate one sells like mad, and this one is almost sold out. I'll have to print again. And the publisher's gone, but I got to my own rights, so I can go to Canada where the printer is and tell them to print another 1,500 or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
so are we done?
We're done,
Did
honey.
you like it?
I did. It was
Oh, good.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
What do you want to say to the television audience?
Well,
Lean forward, so
in 2 weeks, we're going to be, all 3 of us are in Celebration Fair. It's at the Merchandise Mart. It's at I-25 and 58th Street. I'm in booth 23. Deanna over here, who isn't set up yet, is in booth 81. And Deanna's in a different booth.
And I'm going to be there too, and I'm going to be in booth 161.
So we want everybody to come and visit us. And the thing is, it's a 3-day fair. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday 1 to 9, Saturday 10 to 7, Sunday 10 to 6. And I'm giving a lecture on Friday at 5 o'clock, September 3rd, on Soulmates. And sometimes I have 80 to 100 people in there. And there's only 40 chairs. So they stand on the side walls, they sit on the floor, they're all backed up in the back. And when it's done, I do interactive stuff and I introduce people to each other, and sometimes people start dating from my lecture. Because I say, come here, I want to introduce you to that person.
To that
I
hand.
feel their energy.
Oh, their energy, yeah, at that
Yeah,
point.
and
Yeah.
so I can do it. So I'm done, and thank you very much.
Well, let me just ask you a couple of questions first. How did you become mystically aware? What's a little bit of your spiritual history?
Well, I started out just out of curiosity. I bought my first deck when I was on vacation one year, and I knew that the cards had something to do with fortune telling, but I didn't know what. So I just bought them and started looking at them and seeing what I could make of them, and then I didn't have any instruction book or anything, so I just had to get familiar with them just from looking at the pictures and working with them and seeing, thinking about what could these pictures mean. So then people would come over to my house, and I would just, they'd say, "Can you do that card thing for me?" And so I would just shuffle the cards and say, whatever I saw in the layout, and I pretty consistently got feedback from them that whatever the cards revealed was something that related to what was on their mind. And so I started wondering, well, how can this kind of coincidence keep happening, that you just shuffle a deck of cards and yet when you lay them out, what they have to say is something to do with what this person's thinking about. And I started studying it a little bit more and just kept on doing it. And so that was 40 years ago that I started, and just out of curiosity. But that also was how I learned other metaphysical things like Reiki, past lives, house blessings, all kinds of things, because I'd hear about these things from other people, and then I would say, well, I wonder how that works. And so then I'd go ask somebody to show me, how does this work? And that's how I learned things.
So in terms of past lives, do you lead somebody on a regression, or do you get visions yourself of their past lives?
Regression, and I don't do those in festival settings.
Yeah.
Those people have to have private appointments for.
Yeah.
Basically, you start them off with like a relaxation meditation, and after they're into the relaxation meditation, then you prompt them with questions to help them recall their own journeys, their own lifetimes.
Is this the wrong angle? Should you be? Would you like it? You like it? It's still working. Okay, good.
All right. So basically, I'm not telling them what their stories were. I help them recall their own.
Yeah.
So it's a different process than, say, card reading, and usually it'll take an hour and a half or 2 hours to do that, and you need to have quiet and focus. But the other thing that I found out that was interesting about that was that once you recall one of your own stories, you always remember it. So you're bringing it from like your subconscious up to your conscious, and once you recall one of your own stories, it stays with you.
Yeah.
So to me, that was kind of a confirmation that there's some truth to that, because otherwise why would I have this recall and then still could remember it years later? And also, how did these things help to answer questions about what's happening in present-day life? And it did for me, and that's how I got started again when I first did sessions, just by going to people and see what's this about, and it doesn't seem to have any truth to it. I found answers to questions about my own life that I had no other answer for. And so all of a sudden it seemed to make sense. And
give me an example quickly.
I was born with a club foot, and so I had to have a lot of surgeries when I was a kid, when I was a baby even, to get my legs straightened out. And so I asked my mother, well, why is it that some people are born healthy and some people are not? And she goes, that's just the way God planned it. And I said, well, why would he plan it that way? She goes, that's just the way God does things. But then I had one of my past lives that came up was that I was a runner, like in Aztecs, and that this was a sign that this lifetime was to be about expressing visions, not about athletics.